Welcome to all my new subscribers, and welcome back to all my old ones. Now, if you subscribe based on it's over here, the 3-rotor RX-7 video and the crashing the car behind me, you'll know I'm a lot about cars, but I'm also about business. So hang on, I've mixed the two. I'll go back to cars in a second if that's not your thing, and here we go. So the title of the video says giveaway. What I want to talk about is what I'm giving away, part of my heart. I want to give away, because I know a lot of you guys out there would appreciate something like this. I know this for a fact off of my Facebook page, a piece of the Lamborghini. It's broken. It's got no value, no financial value to anybody other than me, but it's got a lot of emotional value. And I figured it'd be kind of cool to say, enter a little giveaway. You qualify, I'll pick one of you randomly out of the qualified group, and you'll get a little signed little piece of my rotor. Am I full of myself in that? No. I just know I would appreciate that watching someone else's YouTube video and winning a little piece of kind of nostalgia. And it's a Lamborghini part, so you can kind of brag about that. So how do you win? I want you in the comments below, just like all the other YouTube assholes that do this, in the comments below, one comment. So it's 500 characters, so you're getting points for being brief because people don't have time nowadays to read tons of stuff. And I'm going to be reading all of these myself. So in one comment, tell me 2 stories. One, the moment where you did your best, where you feel like you did something good, nobody else could have done it better. And it can be simple. 2, where you didn't, where you did something you thought you were putting your own faith in yourself and you fucked up. So you're saying, well, what's the example? I'll give you one of each. 2005, I bought almost $1 million building for my computer business. I pulled strings. I'm 21. You don't have credit, the level to buy a building like that. I pulled strings, local banks, lost the building because the SBA financing wasn't on time, got it back. I don't think anybody else could have done that specific situation better. Sure, people buy bigger buildings all the time, but I'm talking about my heart, what I did good. And what I did bad. I invested $50,000 of extra cash after I bought this car. I was like, let's start making some more money with our money. Put $50,000 into the stock market, cash. In one day, I made $22,000, cashed out. This isn't hypothetical, hey, I'm gonna make 22 grand if I just kept it. No, I really actually had 72 grand. It was settling out. And you can here's the screenshots. I actually saved the screenshots for this in my account. The next day, I put it back in, doing the same thing. I wasn't getting greedy because I already was super ecstatic that I made that money. I put it in to do it again. I lost all of it. All of it. Now, do I expect your stories to be that extreme? I hope to God not. I hope it's like you were trying to study for a test, you skipped out, it's something you thought you knew and you failed it. I hope it's something simpler like that. But I want each of those stories in one comment, and you're qualified to win the part. I'll choose everybody that's qualified. Out of all those people that are qualified, one of you will win, randomly picked, the brake rotor. I'll probably sign it or do something kind of cool with it too. This video is about finding your passion and finding what you're good at. A lot of people ask me, send me a lot of messages, and both young and old, people learning about themselves and reinventing themselves, trying to say, well, how do I become the best at what I do? What if I don't know what to do? What if I'm not good at anything? Those are serious questions. I'll tell you what, I hate to break your heart this way, but you need to make peace with this. That is a question. Those are questions you will always ask your entire life. It goes in waves. You're reinventing yourself. You're a human. You grow. 2 weeks ago, I'm like, I got a broken Lamborghini. I don't know how to drive. Clearly, I can't even drag race another car. I'm a failure. And I'm like, look at all the good things I've got going on. Look at all the financial success, all the people in my life. And yet, your brain still goes there. So just make peace with the fact that you might not see Bill Gates say that because you don't personally know Bill Gates. Or anybody that's making YouTube videos, they edit this part out and they pretend that their life's better than yours. It gives some people some sort of pride. So, make peace with that. Those questions are always going to be asked. How do you answer them, though? It's kind of a backwards thing. First thing, easy. First simple thing, experience. Go experience the world. Go experience everything because you'll start building your gut feeling. And trust that once you've built it. Trust it as you keep building it. Experience the world. If you're young, if you're like your say 12 to 17, you keep going, but 12 to 17-year-old that messages me, experience the world, sign up for things, go to field trips, all that sort of stuff. Go out there. You'll find more about your passion. But that doesn't help you make money. really doesn't. So, but that answers that passion part more. I do YouTube, the stock market that I suck at, computers, making, like I said, not just the YouTube part, but editing videos. I love doing that. Lighting. I've gotten much better at lighting and color correcting my face so I look better. These are things that are like not related to anything else I do in my day, but I keep experiencing things. So then the next part of it, how do you get good at those? Because I'm sure a lot of people look at me and say, oh, you're great at computers, you're great at this, you're great at that. Other people probably think, hey, he's a little dick guy that owns a Lamborghini, but that's irrelevant. So what do I do to get good at things? I obsess about them. That's all there is. There's no other way around it. You might be naturally better at something, but I'll tell you what, the person that puts the time in will whoop your ass. Always. They can be less intelligent than you, have less opportunity than you, but that person that puts in that 10,000, 20,000 hours, he's going to whoop your ass. So it's a competitive world. And I guess what I want to say with that is it's all about pushing yourself and perseverance. I don't want to break anybody's heart, but there's no movie magic. There's no against all odds. You're doing something wrong if you're against all odds. There's just simple, make sense business. It really is a lot easier than you think. And then you get disenchanted because, oh, well, yeah, to make money, I just have to do this and bust my ass. Whoa, no shit. That's how you do it. You can get good at anything you want to get good at. For example, look at the quality of my YouTube videos as they've gone on. I am not an artistic person, but I've learned. And you know why? Because I've put a lot of time into YouTube. I keep learning. And it's not just like playing World of Warcraft where you just keep playing it, but even then you actually still get really good at the game. But it's something where you're always reinventing, you're learning, you're researching. That's the time you put into it. Simplest concept in the world. Nobody believes it because they want to believe that, that guy that's naturally good at it, or Asians are good with numbers, or whatever other racist thing you want to assume. Some people have advantages over you, but I'm telling you right now, the advantage you have over anybody else is the time in front of you. Using that, even if you're saying in a situation where you're not making good money, and money is your number one goal right now, because you want to buy a car, say for example, which is where I was at for the last 10 years of my life. You'll bust your ass, and you can make a lot of money doing it. But you know what happens once you start making money? You instantly go, humans do this, instantly go, shit, money's good, but I actually just want to be happy. You're like, good. You keep swapping back and forth. Make peace with that, because that's what the dream goal is, to make money with your passion. So I want to switch gears for a second and talk about money. It's a cruel, cruel mistress. Money is something that people will kill each other for. They'll dick each other over just for the dollar. Do you want to die with a ton of money? Me too, I do. But it's one of those things where money itself is irrelevant. It's what you're trading for it, both your time and material objects. I can't stand here and talk about being good to each other when that doesn't help you buy the car that's standing behind me. You can't walk out of the dealership, well, you can't walk into the dealership on hopes and dreams. They don't give a shit about that either. But the point is that before you can be truly happy, before you can stand here and make videos that cost you more money than they make you, you have to make money first. And you're going to judge yourself based on that. And you know what? The world's cruel as can be, because it will judge you based on that as well. And if you don't think they do, walk into a Lamborghini dealership, be the nicest guy in the world, and try and buy a car. Those people will judge you because you don't have enough money. Walk into the grocery store, same thing. You might say judge, but they're judging you. So, why is money so important to everybody? Because we're raised that way. I don't think we're born that way. We're born to help each other. We're born to share experiences. We're born to make each other laugh, feed each other, have sex with each other, and die. Money starts playing a factor because look at the way we're schooled. You're measured. You do good on a test, you get a 99%, you're a badass. You do shitty on a test, you can't tell until you get a score of whatever, 40 or 2. Your numbers. We are gauged and judged based on tangible numbers. They might be not objective, they may be subjective, whatever the case is, but they're numbers. We judge ourselves as humans based on numbers. And as an adult, the biggest number that will matter in your life, until you get enough of it, is the number of dollars you have. Or you're making more, the volume you've got coming in, it's money. That is a bullshit way about how life works. I hate it, and I can do nothing about it because that's what we are. Humans judge themselves based on it. It's never going to change. It's something we can measure. It's something we can judge. So, what I'm saying about that is until you have enough money, and heaven forbid you're the lucky guy, forbid, heaven please, or whatever, hopefully you're the guy that right off the bat makes your money doing what you love. But for the majority of you, even like myself, you're going to make money in ways that you're not necessarily passionate about. You got to make peace with that. And don't trade your soul for money, but put the time in. Bust your ass for it. Because once you get to the point where you've got enough money to satisfy your own goals, in my case, I think it was over when I started making over $70-some thousand. There's like research behind that, $75,000. Now you start going, holy shit, I need to be happy. I need to find my purpose. Being smart. Most of you are watching this video late at night, 2 a.m, or whatever the case may be, and I'm going to tell you what, you're a fucking genius. Not for watching my video, that makes it sound like I think I'm awesome. No, most of the people that are on the internet, late at night, surfing the internet, searching, trying to make their life better, or even just browsing through YouTube videos, you're trying to do something. You're a different type of character. You're not the normal person. You're a... Ow. Intelligence is a curse. Before you get too crazy and say, that doesn't make any sense, think about it. You're sitting there watching this video right now. Majority of the people that watch my videos, my business videos, are intelligent, younger, lazy as fuck people. And you know why I know that? Because that's who I am. I was intelligent, I was younger, I'm still pretty young, and I still am lazy as fuck in certain ways. Intelligence is a curse, and I cannot say that enough. You know why? Because you are watching these YouTube videos, you're absorbing all this information, and you sit there and go, I could do that. And your mind plays this story in your head about if you live that life, you could be the best at whatever. Put tons of time into something, it makes sense. Your brain gets it. But you're still sitting there, and you're still miserable with your own life because you're too smart. That's truly the problem. The more I think, the less I do. And I hate to say it, but the simple guys, the guys that just bust their ass, find something and just hammer it home, be aggressive about it, they always make more money than you and I. I'm not the richest guy in the world, and you know what? There's a lot of people that are wealthier than I am who are fucking dicks. They're assholes. Now, I don't want to ever trade my kindness for dicking everybody in my life over to make that extra dollar. That's not my personality. But they're not thinking about you. They're just selfish. They don't think. They just do. They just do animalistic things. Take, and take. That's the problem with money. And that's the problem with being intelligent. Is that the more intelligent you are, the more you're aware of things. And the less you actually do. So I guess I want to tell you to make peace with the fact that if you're smart, turn that shit off and just do. And it might not be the right thing. You're going to overthink it. You're going to say, well, maybe if I start getting good at being a mechanic, then I won't have time to do this. Don't bullshit yourself. You'll have time to do all those things. You're the only person that you're telling you can't. But again, it's all in your head. Just start doing.